And good incident with my resident is when I'm in medicine, like I'm afraid to put the central lines and all. So is one resident in Miku whom I worked with. I don't want to specify the name, but he actually helped me a lot because the first time you won't have that very confidence. You'll be very tensed to put a central line, but he was the one who built up confidence in me. He told that you are gonna put central line on yourself, on by yourself. You should not. He won't scrub in or he won't put up gloves to help me. He just explained each and every step which I did on my own, and that was my first successful central line. Even my first central line, which was successful with him. So it was good to actually work with those kind of residents.
Is that by any chance Hari sir?
Not Harry sir, Akash sir. And later when I found like how he learned himself the putting central line and all, then I figured out, like I got to know that one his senior actually taught him the entire steps in very precise way, like what to do first, what to do next. When even when you are in single, no, he'll tell that. He'll teach. He taught me how to do. So that thing, I was like very like surprised. Like how did he learn actually when he was in first sem, and how he's in a position to teach me also. Then I understood that his senior taught him the same way. So later when I met that senior Ashwin sir, I felt very good.
Mm, okay. I can't recall anything of that sort right now.
I can't remember anything specific now.
Incident. In blood bank, I used to fight with this blood bank residents. I don't remember who exactly, but yeah.
So I was in OG. There was a resident at labor room. I had to, like, it's kind of a, what to say, sweet mixed kind of. I'm just telling what I am remembering now. There might be more significant cases before, but I'm not remembering now. You should have told me the questions before, and how will I do it? Anyway, so it was raining totally. It was like total torrentially pouring down. So I went to blood bank to get blood. I got the blood. I submitted few samples, and that resident kept on shouting at me, "Why aren't you coming back?" And I did not have any umbrella. I was totally wet while going. And then I thought just that if I go back now and start working in that AC environment, then I will definitely be sick tomorrow if when I'm wet. So I did not go back. It was 4 hours got over. It was already morning 8 o'clock. I just showed my face back then there and then left. The resident told, "You have to fill everything now, fill the birth forms." I nicely refused it. Then what? Like, actually, they should also understand a bit. Anyway, I felt a bit guilty also, but it's okay. I felt because later she messaged me saying, "Thank you, I got all the reports on time because of you." So it's kind of a hot, sweet mixed story. That's it.
I was in medicine posting. My first year JR, my first sem JR was Naveen sir living that time. So in my NR ward one patient is Mayappan. He was there admitted for I think some maybe 2 weeks or more. So that patient was having some fever of unknown origin kind of scenario. Patient was already aplastic. Then these people were thinking of some other infections. No one tested for COVID only. And after some 15-16 days, when we tested, patient was COVID positive. Then in our unit, Deepak Kamalnath sir, then DKS, then my two other co-interns, then this JR, we all got like we all tested positive. Then I got isolated with this Naveen sir only. So basically all work also we both were only doing. Then for the next 10 days we got admitted in same room also. So then I became bit close with them. Then I understood they are also dying only, all these residents. So because I was admitted with them, I I could learn a bit more about what these people are going through, and they are also like us only. I feel even these fine. I mean, first sem residents also they are treated like interns only, kind of too much work and shit. So I think that's it.
ഇല്ല 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 എനിക്ക് മുന്നേ ഓർമ്മ വരുന്നില്ല.
That was with the blood bank resident. I scolded him very badly, and I won't tell his name, but he will remember me. And he said sorry for what he did. Then I also said sorry for what I did.
One incident, yes, once it happened that one resident actually, I'll tell a bad incident because it can be a little like educational to others also. In medicine, my duty day was a very hectic duty day. That time, one patient shifted to the medicine duty desk, and one third year JR, he asked me to take the BP and report to him. So what I did, I went and checked the BP. The BP was on the lower side. It was 70/58. And then I was about to report to the JR, but then some other JR asked me, you take this sample. So I forgot momentarily and just started doing that sampling. And then immediately the other JR turned me to and asked me very rudely that, I told you, where's the BP? Why are you not telling me? Sir, 70/58 I told. And like, how dare now, how are you telling this? You have to immediately shift him to the downstairs. Why are you not, why didn't you tell me so much before? So he shouted at me like very badly. Now I felt very bad because I did my job. It was some other JR who asked me to do something. I just forgot for 1 second to report to him, and he is shouting rudely. But then I realized, yes, this is a matter of life and death indeed. If had I not told this a little bit sooner, maybe he would have shifted earlier. Maybe, I don't know after that what happened to the patient, but definitely it was a great deal. It was a bad mistake I did. I should have informed that immediately. So I learned from that mistake. I'll never forget this JR because he was indeed very rude to me that day. But I think that was an educational experience, although not pleasant.
Like some silly investigation, he asked me to like take like some serum ferritin or something, which is a special investigation which I could have taken in the morning. He was asking me to take at 12 a.m. because he was trying me to like make me stay there and make me suffer. Actually, there is nothing like that, man.
Any, but one incident. Okay, so I was like, usually when we attend rounds and everything, like we are like invisible, no? So what our usual work will be is like to bring some form or bring some sample or some test or something. That's what our usual work is, right? So during my emergency posting, which is like my favorite posting, one resident, I don't want to name the resident, so we were attending rounds like this and following the rounds like with consultants and everything. But then I was like standing like very clueless and everything. So following rounds and everything, that resident came to me. She was like, I know you wouldn't like, I mean you actually want to feel part of a team or something like that. So she made like her juniors and us attend like separate rounds, and she took one entire this thing, she took entire rounds just like with consultancy, first time in internship I actually felt I was part of a team and all. And then me and that resident became very close, so she invited me to her home, we had food and everything, so we are good friends now.
That's a good thing. If you want, you can name the resident.
No, what a neighbor. She'll kill me.
Like I really enjoyed my surgery postings actually, probably because I like the subject also. So whenever I used to go inside OT actually, even though I had to force myself a lot and I was like really lazy, but whenever I went inside I felt like genuinely happy when I assisted them in something. So that was one thing. Yeah.
Okay. There was this first sem resident. So I was new to internship. It was basically like my first week at internship. I sucked at sampling. So I was doing my first night and I was pretty overwhelmed. So this guy comes over and he's like, it's okay, you're not getting sampling, no? 4 of them. Okay, I'll do. On my first night, I was pretty bummed, man, and yeah. So yeah, Harish sir.
Yeah, I got like a lumbar puncture chance. Like my medicine residents are really nice, so they gave me a lumbar puncture chance. Rupendra sir would keep asking, and Subbalakshmi ma'am gave me the confidence when I was doing LP. I was so unsure that I wouldn't be able to do it because I did it for the same patient before, but she literally guided me. She held my hand and she helped me with it. So yeah, really happy about that.
I have to think one incident doesn't come to my mind.
They're good also, there are bad incidents also, but worst incidents I remember. So it's like sometimes they just leave you and go. So it was one of the incidents, like I was left alone at night and then I didn't know what to do, like no one to reach out to, so that was bad.
I can't say that. Skip. No, skip.